It's okay to have paint colored clothes in a video, right? I mean, working men have paint on their clothes. I think it'll be okay. But no, we're not doing a painting video today. Today we're going to do a review 1 year later of the DynaTrap mosquito killer. Now before we begin, please hit the like button below, and if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. It would be greatly appreciated. And there's a mosquito right there flying. I know you can't see it, but there's a mosquito right there. It's about I think about noon right now, and we still have mosquitoes out. This is ridiculous. So fail, bad. You now can only get 4 out of 5 stars. Unacceptable. We bought this DynaTrap about a year ago from Sam's for $99. Now, this one I know has two different models. This one, which was about $99, and then there is a cheaper one, which is the same thing here, but it doesn't come with a stand, and you can just basically hook it up anywhere that you want, but it works exactly the same. Now, we bought this specifically to try to curb the amount of mosquitoes here. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and even though it doesn't rain a lot, we still get a lot of mosquitoes. In the mornings, even though it doesn't rain much, there's mosquitoes out constantly. You can go outside, and 5 minutes later, you have 4 or 5 mosquito bites, and we really are trying to find something to curb that. So that's why we bought the DynaTrap. Specifically, it advertises that it's able to kill mosquitoes. So that's what we're trying to solve. And I think after a little bit of use, I have noticed less mosquitoes out, but still when I come out in the morning, there's still mosquitoes biting, there's still mosquitoes around. So I'm not fully convinced. So if I open this up and we don't find any mosquitoes in there dead, then in my opinion, that's a bad review. It's not a product that I would suggest anybody buying. Now, when you get the product, one really nice thing is that there's no really assembly required. When you buy the traditional one without this part here, the stand, it comes already fully assembled, the light's already in it, everything's good. All you got to do is plug it into an outlet and it can start working. With this one, all we had to do here is assemble the stand, which doesn't take but a couple minutes, nothing to do. And again, the bulb is already in there as well. These bulbs are rated to last about 4 months, but this is actually only the second bulb that I've had in here. The directions in the manual do say that even if the bulb lasts longer than 4 months, that it will lose some of its potency on attracting some of the bugs to it, being the purpose of the light. But I also have noticed zero decrease, so I actually let the first bulb stay in there until the bulb completely died, and then I put the second one in. And the way it comes, it has one bulb installed, and then you have two additional bulbs. So I've had this over a year, and I still have one bulb left that I haven't even touched yet. So it's definitely a good value in that sense, not having to buy more bulbs often. Now, one thing here that is really cool as well, when you plug it in, it automatically turns on and starts working. But you also have this here where you can slide it closed, and it turns off automatically, which is honestly really cool in case you don't want it going all the time. The manual does suggest, though, to always keep it going. And also we have it, I don't know if you can tell, but it's near our back door on our back patio to try to get all the bugs and everything before they actually try to come in the house. So when we open the sliding door, we don't have bugs coming out immediately. This is also close to where I sit in the morning trying to get the bugs at that point. So we can slide it back open right here. The fan turns back on, fan is right here, and the light turns back on. Now, what the whole purpose here is the light actually attracts all the bugs to the light. They come in here, and there's a fan here that basically pulls them down in, and they get stuck in this bottom receptacle, and the fan actually helps to dry the bugs out, and they die a slow, painful, dead death. Okay, so now for the real test, the real purpose of this video, to really see if this thing actually kills mosquitoes. We're going to go ahead, we're going to turn it off first. Okay, it's off. And then we're going to take this off. All we do here is just take it down like that. Yeah, maybe that got me for a second. So then we're going to see, actually look in here first and see, there's another moth, a little fly, something that got out, and see how well this is doing. We're going to actually take this out and put it out on something white, maybe a napkin or something, so we can sift through here, kind of creepy like, and see if we have any mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are obviously much smaller than other bugs, but I'm really hoping that we can actually find and see if we can find some mosquitoes dead in here. The one thing I noticed really quickly, which I'm kind of disappointed in, is, and I'm not sure if I want to show you, but there's actually a dead lizard in here as well that it killed. which is a little disappointing. I wouldn't want that. We have little cute little lizards everywhere. And I'm a little disappointed to see that it could get caught in there and die. So one more off. Now we have a max of 3 out of 5 stars. Not looking good. Okay, so here we have the results, and these are all the bugs that were trapped minus the cute little gecko lizard. Initially, if you look, you do notice that they are pretty much mainly all moths. And I will note that before we put this in, when you open the back door at nighttime, you'd have, I mean, probably 10 moths or so near the little back light. See, there's one alive right there. And they would immediately come out and start to come in the house as soon as you open the door. So it is nice, but I'm not sure spending $100 is worth it just to get rid of moths. And it really does look like the main thing that this kills is moths. All right, more things trying to escape. So pour everything out here. Wow, that is a lot. Whew. That is a big graveyard of bugs. Wow, there's actually even a larva, if you can see over here, a little worm larva trying to escape. Wow, I'm not sure how that would have gotten in there. That is kind of creepy. Okay, so we go through here and look. I'll be honest, there's not going to be an easy way to see if we see any mosquitoes, just because of how tiny they are and how absolutely massive. There's even a cockroach in there. Wow. I'll be honest, I just stepped up a little bit. I stood up and stood away from it because that is really creepy. There is actually a cockroach in there. He's under the pile right under here. Now he just tried to get to safety, but that is a little creepy. Okay, my phone actually overheated in the Texas sun. I guess I should probably be doing this under my shade cloth shameless plug video here. Okay, so now let's get back to this again. You see, these are a lot of little beetles, little June bugs in here as well, a lot of moths. You know, and I get it. When people see this at first, they think this thing is amazing. They can't believe how good it is, and everybody wants to buy it. But you have to understand what you bought it for. Did you buy it to get rid of all these little beetles? Did you buy it to get rid of all these moths, which is 90% of this? Or did you buy it for mosquitoes? And like I said before, I'm still getting bit by mosquitoes in the morning. I still have to put repellent on, and that still doesn't even work all the time. They are very resilient. So what is the purpose of you buying this? Is it just to see a bunch of dead bugs here? I mean, moths and beetles, yeah, they can be annoying, but they don't really do anything. They don't bother me besides them trying to get in the house at nighttime. Do I want to, or do I think you should buy $99 worth of equipment to try to get rid of moths and beetles? To be truthful, no, I don't. And I know it's hard to tell here, but I don't know. I don't see any mosquitoes. And honestly, I get it if you say, well, mosquitoes are tiny. Once they dry up, they'd basically be microscopic. You wouldn't be able to see them. But then I don't know if what I'm buying and spending my money on is actually working, if this is actually doing any good for me at all. Here we are. Here are the results. I mean, more moths and beetles than you could count. And I'll be honest, I didn't really think about it, but the moths, I've seen zero really. It 100% kills moths. If that's your issue, buy it. You'll be very happy. Beetles, if that's your issue, buy it. You'll be happy. Apparently a cockroach as well. If that is what your goal is, buy it. Maybe if you have a ton of mosquitoes, it will help control the population to where it won't be as difficult for you. But I just really don't think that it is killing enough of them to really make, at least for me, a $100 purchase worth it. Okay, so I've got my dead bugs double bagged for extra protection. I'm gonna throw those in the trash outside. And then we have our basically empty container. Now, when I put all those bugs in here and started to walk away, the table I was filming on, another cockroach actually, a different one, ran toward the garden as soon as I got away. Apparently it was watching to escape. Creepy. At least it didn't fly at me. Texas has flying cockroaches, if you weren't aware. They should have said that in the brochure too. You should move to Texas. Okay. So we will just put this back on. Just like that. And we can turn it back on. Fan turns on, light turns on, and hopefully it will capture and kill at least that one cockroach that ran away. I think the alive one is still in there. It will probably never die because that's what they do. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button and subscribe. Hope to see you on future videos. Have a great day.